Our house electrical panel was right on the driveway side. In those days, they used fuses, which are glass, and they had kind of a bright metal label on them. And for some reason, we thought it would be neat to unscrew those fuses and play with them. And of course, they killed the power to the house. So my mother came out and couldn't figure out why the power was off. Called my grandfather, who came down, opened the box and saw the fuses were missing. So for some reason, he asked us, myself and Marilyn, what happened to the fuses. We didn't know what a fuse was. We said, oh, we found these glass things in there and thought they were fun to play with. Of course, that freaked him out because that's all electrical stuff. And so we were encouraged not to do that anymore. But the running away thing, I don't know, that happened 3 times. And I didn't know why at the time. I couldn't articulate it. I learned later it was because of the trains that crossed out of Hamilton Avenue. Evidently, when we drove to Los Gatos or somewhere, we saw the trains, and I just had a real fascination with those steam engines. So, little girl next door, I think her name was Jean. So she agreed to walk with us. We didn't get very far. I got down about Scott before somebody caught us. And then
that was the first time.
That was the first time. The second time, we probably made it all the way out to Bascom. And then somebody ratted us out. The third time, we made it all the way down to Valley Med, which is, for a couple of 3-year-olds, a pretty good march. So some old lady in a big car stopped and said, what are you little kids doing way out here? So anyway, she took us home. Of course, Jean's mom just thought I was a creep by then, should be locked up. And so my mom, to teach me a lesson, tied me to a tree. Of course, all the neighbors were horrified, but I didn't run away after that.
Is that where you got the tie Linus to the tree bit?
No, that came from your mom. Oh. That was an independent response there.
That's another.
These things are all a mystery to me. These kids that showed up, I don't know. The only birth that really recall was Roy, because we were all sitting down at my dad's parents' house out in Santa Clara for Christmas dinner, about noon, maybe 1 o'clock. And my mom gets up and says, Louis, we have to go to the hospital. So they went off to the hospital, and Roy was born that afternoon. So that was the first time I had kind of a connection of what that was all about.
And you've regretted it ever since?
Well, I thought Roy was pretty neat. He was my first brother, even though he was 6 years younger than I was. I could relate to him a little bit better than my sisters for some reason.